10 roughest towns in the UK. The United Kingdom is filled with towns rich in history, character, and community. But behind the charm, some places are grappling with serious challenges: poverty, crime, unemployment, and ageing infrastructure. In this video, we explore the 10 roughest towns in the UK. This isn't about mockery, it's about understanding the layered realities behind the statistics. We examine overlooked places, the struggles they endure, and the hope they still hold. 10. Boston, Lincolnshire. Boston in Lincolnshire has long been a hub of agriculture and migration. Historically prosperous due to its trading port and surrounding farmland, its fortunes shifted with economic decline and the changing face of British industry. Boston was notably the UK town with the highest percentage vote to leave the EU in 2016, reflecting deep frustrations among locals about pressures on services and jobs. Today, it's facing a rising crime rate, particularly theft and antisocial behaviour. The town's NHS services are under pressure, and housing shortages remain a concern. On the bright side, Boston is benefiting from government levelling up funding. Plans include town centre redevelopment, investment in road infrastructure, and improvements to education access. Community cohesion efforts are also underway, hoping to bridge cultural gaps. Residents have expressed mixed feelings about the changes, but many welcome the long-overdue attention. Community policing has also been stepped up to restore public trust. 9. Rhyl Wales. Rhyl was once known as the jewel of North Wales coast, popular with British families in the 1960s and 70s. But economic decline set in with the rise of overseas travel. The result was a sharp downturn in jobs, housing quality, and local services. Rhyl consistently ranks among the most deprived areas in Wales. The crime rate is above national average, and parts of the town have seen long-term problems with drug use and poverty. Despite this, Rhyl is fighting back. A £36 million regeneration plan is breathing life into the seafront, bringing new entertainment venues and family-friendly attractions. Education providers are also collaborating with job placement services to support local youth. The community spirit remains strong, and residents are increasingly involved in volunteer groups to help lift their neighbourhoods. Youth clubs, sports initiatives, and mental health services are also being expanded to help address long-standing social issues and give younger generations a better future. 8. Barnsley, South Yorkshire. Barnsley's story is closely tied to coal mining, which for over a century provided livelihoods and community identity. The pit closures of the 1980s, however, left scars that are still visible today. Some of Barnsley's suburbs rank among the top 10% most deprived in England. High levels of unemployment, poor housing, and health challenges continue to affect local people. Crimes such as burglary and vandalism remain a problem, particularly in areas hit hardest by economic decline. Yet Barnsley isn't giving up. The council has invested heavily in modernising the town centre, including the Glass Works, a new retail and entertainment space. Cultural projects are also flourishing, and there's growing support for green energy initiatives to create long-term employment opportunities. Local colleges now offer adult education for those looking to upskill. With its proximity to the Peak District and new transport links, there's hope that Barnsley could also benefit from increased tourism and remote work opportunities. 7. Greenock, Scotland. Greenock, located on the River Clyde, was once a shipbuilding powerhouse. Today, it is one of Scotland's most deprived towns, with several neighbourhoods listed in the bottom 5% on the Scottish Index of Multiple Deprivation. Life expectancy in some areas is significantly below the national average. Mental health services are stretched, and substance misuse is a pressing issue. However, efforts are underway to spark revival. The ocean terminal development is enhancing Greenock's role as a port of call for cruise ships. education is a focal point too, with local institutions expanding digital and vocational programs. Community gardens, youth clubs, and cultural festivals are now being leveraged to bring people together and offer positive distractions from crime and isolation. Projects like the Inverclyde Centre for Creativity are helping local artists and entrepreneurs grow, offering an alternative path forward through innovation and culture. 6. Oldham, Greater Manchester. Oldham has seen decades of economic transition, from textile boomtown to post-industrial struggle. It's now one of the areas with the highest child poverty levels in England, with nearly half of children growing up below the poverty line. Schools are under pressure, and job opportunities are often limited to low-wage sectors. Violent crime and gang-related issues have made headlines in some neighbourhoods. Yet Oldham's leadership is determined to rewrite the narrative. A £300 million town centre master plan aims to bring retail, housing and civic improvements. Apprenticeship programmes through Oldham College are also creating paths into skilled employment. Initiatives led by community centres are helping foster trust and empower residents through art, sport and entrepreneurship. Initiatives to improve literacy rates, promote STEM education and build stronger parent-teacher networks are key elements of Oldham's long-term strategy. 5. Grimby, Lincolnshire. Grimby was once the pride of Britain's fishing fleet, but when fishing quotas changed and the industry collapsed, the town suffered a heavy blow. Unemployment rose sharply, and areas near the docks saw a sharp rise in deprivation and drug issues. Grimby remains in the top 20% of most deprived areas in the country. However, new hope is on the horizon. The town has rebranded itself as a hub for offshore wind energy, drawing major investment from multinational firms. Skills academies and partnerships with universities are preparing residents for green jobs of the future. Public arts, waterfront clean-up projects and expanded transport links are also part of the town's slow but steady comeback story. Government-backed town deal investments are being used to upgrade local markets and support family-run shops, reviving traditional sectors while building new ones. 4. Burnley, Lancashire. Burnley is a town with deep roots in the textile industry, but like many northern towns, it experienced sharp decline in the late 20th century. Several districts in Burnley rank in England's bottom 10% for income, health and education. Drug-related incidents, particularly involving heroin and antisocial behaviour, are among the biggest concerns. Nevertheless, the town is making strides. Burnley College ranks among the UK's top FE institutions, and new housing projects are gradually transforming derelict areas. Burnley Football Club also supports community outreach programmes that offer mentoring, job training and sporting opportunities to local youth. The focus now is on long-term sustainability and inclusive growth. Collaborations between the council and universities aim to attract digital startups, and local transport upgrades are linking the town better with Manchester and Leeds. 3. Strabane, Northern Ireland. Strabane, situated near the Irish border, has long dealt with economic isolation and high unemployment. The collapse of manufacturing and limited connectivity to larger cities has held back opportunity. Many young people leave to seek better prospects, resulting in a demographic imbalance. The town's crime rate is relatively low, but so are wages and access to healthcare. Local groups, however, are working to change this narrative. EU Peace 4 funding has supported reconciliation projects and cross-border youth programmes. New co-working hubs and social enterprise incubators are helping create grassroots economic activity. Although challenges remain, many in Strabane are committed to revitalising their town from the ground up. New broadband projects aim to improve digital access, giving Strabane a stronger base for remote work and online business development. 2. Blackpool, Lancashire. Blackpool is a name many associate with seaside fun, but behind the famous tower and illuminations is one of the UK's most challenged towns. Parts of Blackpool rank in the bottom 1% nationally for deprivation. High levels of alcohol and drug abuse, child neglect, and mental health struggles have plagued some areas. Local councils and charities have expanded support services in recent years, including housing for rough sleepers and food banks. Despite these issues, Blackpool still benefits from tourism and is working hard to reinvent itself as a conference and leisure destination. Regeneration zones like Talbot Gateway and expanded public transport are central to its next chapter. New mental health hubs and addiction recovery centres are opening across the town, aiming to address problems at their root with a holistic approach. 1. Jwick Essex. Jwick, near Clacton-on-Sea, has been labelled England's most deprived town multiple times. Originally built as a holiday resort, it lacks modern infrastructure, and many homes are still made from poor quality materials. Flood risk, poor roads, and lack of internet access have isolated residents further. Over 60% of people here claim some form of welfare support. Still, there is resilience. Jwick has active community groups working with councils to improve housing, public safety, and digital literacy. A multi-million-pound investment programme aims to address flooding concerns, build new homes, and connect Jwick more effectively with the wider economy. It's a long road, but locals aren't giving up. Artists and social historians are working together to preserve Jwick's cultural identity, even as its infrastructure is rebuilt. Despite their struggles, these towns show strength and resilience. With the right support and smart planning, many could turn their futures around. There's still hope in every corner. Proof that no place is ever too far gone to bounce back with the right opportunity and vision. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell.